Alright, this is the number 117 of my accountability to myself, and I appreciate everyone's attention who watches this. So, without being said, I'm probably gonna start talking about this day. Yes. So, the first thing, I woke up, I don't remember what time was it, probably 7:20 or something, and morning routine, nothing special. And I decided today in the morning that since there's some stuff that I want to do every time, but I don't find time for this, so I need to prioritize that stuff and do it primarily. And so first thing that I did, I read a book for 30 minutes, and then I spent 30 minutes to study English and 1 hour for self-development. But this is type of content when people talk about something, I can extract some information from that content and probably implement or change something, whether in my mind or in my daily routine. And so I spent 1 hour for that stuff, and it gave me pretty a lot room to reflect on something today. And on the other hand, it caused a problem because I was constantly thinking about something, I was taking notes, and I kept thinking, and I couldn't just sit and start studying or something. And I guess the biggest problem, and I don't even know, like, am I looking for a shortcut and it's a mistake, or am I looking for something more efficient and it's a right decision? Because studying itself, for example, learning languages, reading books, it's really nice, but I don't see direct connection with my actual aims that I want to achieve. Those aims, let's say, must be achieved like in 5 years, probably 10 years. It depends on the scale of the aims. And probably it's not bad. The stuff I do today is not bad, but sometimes I just watch YouTube and there's like 19 years old guy who makes 55K per month, including that a year ago he didn't make anything. And again, he's not like famous or something. He has like 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, so it's like nothing. And he talks about the way how he actually achieved this through his MMA agency, and it sounds really nice and it sounds really reasonable. And when I listen to other people who succeed way more, who are billionaires, and they also say that the only thing you need to do, you need to make as much as possible repetitions, as you need to repeat, and you need to try again and again. And the more reps you do, the better you become. And I would like to actually become better in some specific field, but I have no idea what am I supposed to do for this stuff. Sometimes I kind of have an idea, but then I think I'm not gonna do this. Like, it's not literally what is related to me. And then I question myself, is this because of my fear, or is this actually something that makes no sense? And then I have an answer. It kind of makes sense to try, but I'm so fucking scared of this stuff. And plus, I'm not sure that's the thing that I actually want to do. And so I don't even know what am I looking for. interesting, right? But at the same time, like, let's say about overall picture, like, I cope my exams pretty well, my studies, I have internship, like getting some insights into business industry, how it works, um, and getting some kind of skills, let's say, in a this narrow field. I learn constantly. I learn something new, expanding my mind, trying to improve obviously my English and French, which is also good because it's long-term assets actually. And English is just non-negotiable asset. It's something that I'm supposed to do no matter what, because it's the language that, as I think, I will be using the most in my future, and I need to be able to communicate this language in this language as it's my native one. For example, I don't have the same desire with French. I just would like to have like solid B2 to be able to communicate in, just at least to communicate, all right? Not even talking about business industry or something, just to communicate, all right? But yeah, English is something that I want to scale, and that's why I'm spending this time trying to study new words, trying to correct my sentence structures, because pretty often it's not truly natural according to English. You know what I mean? And so, by and large, if we look at the stuff, if we look at something that's in general going on in my life, when I got to know some people, when I perform somewhere, even if it's like team project, but still it's some kind of performance in front of 60 people, and it's nice. It's a great beginning if you want to become public speaker or something. And just to be able to talk in front of audience, I'm pretty sure it's an incredibly valuable skill, especially for me as I see my future. And then, yeah, people that I meet, things that I might do that I'm scared of, that increases my confidence. By and large, I'm moving in the right direction. And it's even the thing that I heard from people who are more, who succeed, who achieve something more in this life than me. And they told me that I'm moving in the right direction. I'm doing correct things, that I'm trying to look for some kind of truth, that I'm trying to expand my mind, that I'm trying to understand how it works, everything around in this world, that I am so looking for God, I would say, because I've already mentioned about is that I believe in God, right? But I'm not gonna follow Christianity, because there are some controversial things that I don't agree with, and at the same time, I really need to study Islam to understand, is this something closer to me than Christianity or not? And all those things, everything that I want to study, that I actually do study, that I already studied and I already know, move me in a right direction. But here's the question: can I move faster? Can I find shortcut? Can I do something otherwise and scale my progress exponentially? Who knows? And a couple of things, analyzing my day, First, I'm genuinely trying to think and to understand my subconscious beliefs. Why do I see world in a way I do see this? How can I change it for my advantages? What kind of belief does not bring me closer to my aims? What kind of people around me does not bring me closer to my aims? Because everything that we do in this life that is going on around us, we can split into two parts. You have some kind of aims, there are some kind of actions you need to do, and there is a circle of people around you, let's say, and you just ask yourself, do they more likely or less likely that I'm going to hit my goals with those people? Yes or no? Also, by the way, there's a great question that I recently heard and I really like it because it allows to evaluate your friends and to understand, are the right people next to you or not? If you will be told that you're similar to your friends, you are like your friends, will it be a compliment or will it be offended? Just think about this. That's actually nice because for me, I thought about this and I got clearer picture about my friends, about other people who are sometimes around me, and it's a great filter for people who you allow to stay with you in your life. Because if it would be offensive, right? If it would not be nice if you was compared to your friends. So why do you keep this friendship? And again, it's not a all right, it's a long topic, never mind. Just it's never about just drop this communication and that's all, because it will happen naturally. Just if you strive for something and your friends do not, you just drift apart, but slowly. It happens, but slowly. And if your friends, and there are three options. One, your friends change their trajectory and they move with you. Second, you change your trajectory and you move with them. And third case scenario, you just drift apart. And you don't need to make any sudden decisions, cut off your friends overnight. It will happen naturally. If you are actually different, it will happen naturally. And so, yeah, believe and think what you believe in. It's very important. It's something that I think I'm gonna think about for a long time. It's something that I need to look inside myself. It's something that I can understand through some actions. When I act in a certain way, when I think in a certain way, when I expect something in a certain way, like why it's happening to me, why do I believe specifically in this stuff? That's the first thing. Second, find your dream. Also something that I mentioned yesterday and probably the other days. Find your dream, and your dream, it must be something that you will never reach, but you're always striving for this, right? And it's amazing because you always know that you're going somewhere, you are striving to something. I don't know what is my dream. Because even high goals, let's say to earn, for me it's not, by the way, primary goal to earn a lot of money, all right? It's very nice, but let's say if I just won lottery, would I be happier? No, it would not change me as a person. It would not bring me skills. It would not bring me people who I want to be with, who I want to see next to me, right? It would just bring me money. Using those money, I would buy some different nice stuff. Due to this stuff, more people would pay attention to me. But is this about me? It's about stuff that I bought because all the people around who actually want to have something with me, who want to talk to me or spend time with me, they already do this. And if I just get some luxury stuff, it will be a thing that attracts other people, not who I am. So it's not a primary goal, money, but let's say that the dream is to hit $1 trillion. It sounds as impossible, but still it's possible. Dream, it might be liked. For example, you want to be liked by each person in this world. It's impossible. But you can strive for this. You know what I mean? So it's something that's impossible to reach, for example, but you will be always striving to reach that. And third things, repetitions. The only thing that I mentioned, repetitions, that's the only thing that makes you better. And I realized that just watching content itself is not gonna bring me skills. It's not gonna learn me how to act, how to apply skills. To be able to apply skills, you need to learn skills. If you want, for example, to talk to people outside, you can watch videos, and in the beginning it's probably even important to get awareness about some basic concepts or some basic ideas. But if you are gonna watch 100 videos, it will never bring as much value as communication with 100 persons. You can watch one video, 2, 3, top, 3 videos, top. And then you go outside and you start talking to people. Maybe it's probably more related to guys if you want to talk to girl and you are scared of this. That's basically what you need to do. The first time it will be horrible. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. The first time it will be horrible. The second time it will be a bit lighter. Third, fourth time, easier and easier. And if you don't need even 100 attempts, even 10 attempts will be enough to feel confident, really to feel confident. And if you watched 10 videos instead of having 10 conversations, it's not gonna give you the same effect. It would, yeah, it wouldn't give you the same effect. So it's very important to actually learn through actions in real life. And for me, it's something hard. If we're talking about skills, I'm just trying to imagine what could I do potentially, and I don't have a clear picture. Because for me, for example, to come over a random person, a girl, whatever, and just to talk, it's easy actually. I can do this, even if I feel some kind of anxiety, if I'm nervous a bit. I don't give a fuck. It's easy. But if we're talking about skills, probably I don't have a clear picture of what do I need to do actually. I don't know. But it's very important. Again, it's very important, repetitions. The one who is the best in his field, he made the most repetitions. Output. Input. Your input, the most important thing. Alright, it's very nice. I like to talk in this way, of course. And those reflections, why do I like them though? They allow me to talk out loud and to think about them. And this self-accountability, I think, it's self-accountability, of course, which is a good thing. But at the same time, it allows me to reflect. It gives me this reflection that I wouldn't do without those videos, because I would not lie on my bed and just talk out loud to myself. Bro, hell no. But here, it works. It allows me to think, it gives me some room for reflections, and as a result, I can think about this even more. And I can internalize it even more. And for my subconscious mind, I can give this information more proper. Alright, so that's all for today. Actually, I wanted to go to sleep even 30 minutes ago. And yeah, by the way, as we figured out in the morning, I spent about 2 hours for studying and self-development together. Then I went to the gym, then I returned. I took a nap. It's the biggest trap. I always took a nap 30 minutes and I think, alright, 30 minutes, and I get up. In 30 minutes, I open my eyes and I feel like 5 more minutes. And I sleep 30 more minutes. And then again, 7 more minutes. So as a result, it always takes more than 1 hour. And by the way, the last night I felt I slept horrible, because yesterday I slept at noon, 2 hours. And then one mosquito somehow got into my room. How is 8 degrees outside? How can it be alive? Anyways. Yes. Without being said, so that's it for today. Today I spent a lot of time for reflection, most of my day. Alright, see you the next time.